I didn't know how to say it, so I said Gros Ventre, and then Gros Ventre, and then we found Gros Ventre and Gros Ventre and Gros Ventre, and it was a lot of different ways.
Hi, this is Jim and Sharon with Drive to Ride, and today we're going to talk about Grand Teton, but actually we're sitting outside in northeastern Idaho, not far from Yellowstone, and you can see mountains over our shoulder, I hope.
Beautiful.
Snow covered, and just too nice a day to sit inside, so here we are. But Grand Teton is actually the subject, and we spent about a week there recently, and we're going to show you some of the pictures and video that we got while we were there.
So we stayed in a campground, and we'll put it up in the title page as to how it's written out, but I didn't know how to say it, so I said Gros Ventre, and then Gros Ventre, and then we found Gros Ventre and Gros Ventre and Gros Ventre, and it was a lot of different ways. How did you say it?
Well, I think the way that's commonly accepted is Gros Ventre, although it's not spelled that way.
It doesn't look like it at all.
It's a French derivation of an Indian word. So
that was the name.
Yeah, so whenever you see that Grosventre, it's pronounced Gros Ventre by the people who are supposed to know. So that's where we stayed. Now then, it is in the national park area.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful campground. It is right on the Gros Ventre River. So you're close to everything within the park, and you're only 10 minutes from Jackson, so it's an ideal place.
Very nice. Yeah, we enjoyed that. So we loved the mountains, the views, and so we also enjoyed a lot of photography. Took several days, and then went out and he did a lot of photography. So
one of the iconic photographs that you'll see is the Teton barn against Grand Teton, and it is as soon as you see it, you're going to recognize it. It's beautifully situated. It has the Tetons to the west, so morning light is really good. The road that you see going down here is Mormon Row, and you see the buildings down there, and as we turn, you'll see there's Grand Teton right there, and Middle Teton. And that is the Teton barn. That is the iconic shot here in Grand Teton National Park.
Mormons first settled there, and so these are old buildings. What, 150?
I don't know if they're that old. They were probably put up around 1900 or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very iconic. And this is the one that's famous. There's a bunch of others, but this is the one that's famous.
Now, he loved taking out pictures. I loved all of the little ground squirrels. Oh, they look like little prairie dogs. I called them prairie dogs for a long time, but they tell me they're ground squirrels. But they're so cute, and there was all over the place these little ground squirrels. A lot of fun. So another place, he went off by himself and photographed a reflection in the water of the Tetons. Awesome. So where's that?
Okay, this is Schwaumbargers Landing. This is another one of these iconic photographs. As soon as you see it, you're going to recognize it. But it's a Grand Teton being reflected in a very still pool of water.
Yeah.
And it is, as I say, it's Schwaumbargers Landing, and it is well worth it. So, some tips on getting there. You get to the parking area, don't stop there. You'll find a trail. It runs off kind of to the north of the creek. Follow that trail. It only goes down there maybe 100, 150 yards. And the real classic one is at the end of that trail.
Yeah.
And you'll see where everybody sets up.
So he loved getting up early in the morning. He's an early one. I like to sleep in. And he'd like to walk the river. And tell him about the fun you had with the river. Walk.
Yeah, the Gros Ventre River is a typical mountain river. It's not very deep, but it's wide. It's very rocky, and you'll see, or at least I saw, we'll call it our resident mooses. I'm not sure how you say.
There's two.
Yeah, there's a couple of different mooses that were hanging around the campground. We were told that it was a calf and her yearling. I'll have to take their word for it because they looked about the same to me.
The same size.
But we saw them in the morning along the river. We also saw them throughout the campground.
Oh yeah, even at night. We had a campfire and he was like 10 feet away from us eating grass.
Yeah, they were
like our campfire.
Quite comfortable around people, so they're throughout the campground. And, you get to where, oh yeah, there's the moose again. So they just kind of hang around.
But it was fun. And they're big and kind of gangly, and their face is too long, their legs are too long. And they were kind of like motley looking because they were shedding some of their winter coat, I'm thinking. You know, they were in that shed. So, and they didn't have their antlers. I think that was, at least we know the mom, and maybe, but all the antlers had been shed in the fall, right?
As is typical.
So they wouldn't be any antlers. So
yeah. And it's the same thing with the elk. The elk also shed their antlers.
Yeah.
And we saw elk from a distance in a number of places. We weren't really sure where they were. There is an elk preserve in Jackson.
Yeah.
But again, in May, they've already started for the high country. And so we really didn't see any elk there.
So we were driving around one day and all of a sudden we found a herd. And so we do have some pictures there. They're still kind of far away, but at least we could make out.
So if you go to Grand Teton and you're in the Gros Ventre area, which is kind of in the south part of the park, you'll see a road called Antelope Flats Loop Road. That's also the one that Mormon Road comes off of. In the back of that, there's a town called Kelly. And right past Kelly, there's another road called Gros Ventre Slide. That's where we found the elk. Yeah. So it's going back to some other campgrounds actually.
Yeah, right before the campgrounds.
We can recommend that one.
That was fun to see. Oh, there's hundreds of them. It was amazing.
Yeah.
To see the elk. So, and then we went and had fun in Jackson. Mm-hmm. I did some shopping. We went to the museum. I said, howdy, Tex.
Well, there's a lot of tourist attractions there, but it's actually a functioning town. So there's a lot of things to go see. There's a couple of museums to see. There's a whole bunch of art galleries.
Yeah.
Then there's the town square that has the 4 classic antler arches.
They're huge.
That is a big attraction. We were there, we had to go back several times.
I think 3 times before I finally could get underneath and say, antlers.
Because of crowds.
Because of crowds. I mean, the tourist buses would come in and there'd be a whole group of them underneath. And I had fun looking at the shops. Mm-hmm. I saw some stuffed, quote stuffed, like stuffed animals. I saw a stuffed moose and a stuffed buffalo and a bear. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Our last night there, and we had a campfire about every night. I loved it. We'd just sit out. It was so beautiful. We did have periods of rain and stuff. And the last night, it did sprinkle and rain. And it was nice that we ended the day that night with a rainbow. Like a rainbow, just so beautiful. So we caught that on camera. So we had to say goodbye to the Tetons and go to Yellowstone.
Yep. So we pulled out of Grand Teton the next day and drove up through the middle of the Tetons into Yellowstone National Park because they're adjacent, north to south.
Straight up.
Or south to north, actually, where we're going. And so that will be our next, probably, series of videos is going to be about Yellowstone.
Yeah, so we're here now for another couple more weeks, so we're loving it.
Yep.
All right, thanks for watching.
Yep, if you enjoyed this, we would enjoy it, but we would also appreciate a thumbs up. And subscribe and share it with your friends if you would. We'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, we don't want you to miss the Yellowstone.
Yeah, and hit the bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever we have new videos come out, you'll be able to see it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Now we got a car caught. This here.
Yeah, because I never realized that every year they grow a whole new set. It's amazing. Couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl on the young one. Howdy, partner. Now you come along for the ride, and you come and subscribe, and thumbs up, hit that bell.